me personally, like I'm not a big Superman fan.
Yeah.
But this movie made me be like, yo, I rock with Superman heavy, bro.
Yeah.
Superman heavy,
Superman
man.
is dope.
We out here chasing dreams, trying to catch them like receivers. Heavy on the grind, trying to turn you to believers. Yeah, we see you hating from the bleachers. Coming with the gas, hot and ready, little Caesars.
Let's go, baby.
Look in the sky. Look in the. What? It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's James Gunn saving the day with Superman, guys.
Yo.
Superman. We're finally here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
Oh my God! It feels like we've been waiting forever for this movie to come out, but we're finally here. Avery and I just came out of seeing Superman. Before we get into that, though, welcome to the podcast. I'm Adrian Blest.
I'm Avery Harden.
This is Above the Multiverse.
Yeah.
And you know what we do here. We watch movies, we watch shows, and we talk about it. All right? So, spoilers ahead. We're going to review the movie. We're going to review Superman. We just got out of seeing it, and we're going to talk about it. All right? So, be fucking ready, prepared, dog.
Yeah. We are here, man. This is summer, dog. And James Gunn, bravo, bro.
Yeah.
This is crazy, bro. Like, I had low expectations going inside.
Yeah, I think I did too.
So I was amazed, honestly. Like, and also me personally, like I'm not a big Superman fan.
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't care, but I was just like, oh, all right, for sure, I'll watch it. But this movie made me be like, yo, I rock with Superman heavy, bro.
Yeah.
Superman heavy,
Superman
man.
is dope as fuck. So first initial reactions, loved it, dude. Honestly, fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't expect much. I did expect much, but I didn't expect much, right? Because I don't want to get too high hopes, but I knew James Gunn is the fucking man, and it's definitely James Gunn coded. Like there's definitely things in there that I'm like, oh, that's very James Gunn-ish.
For sure.
You know, like, there's some fight scenes, animal stuff.
For sure.
The scene where Mr. Terrific was fighting all those people, like, and like the way they dropped,
Yeah,
and,
that's
like, everything, like
that was. We're gonna get to it, but that was probably my favorite part.
That was sick.
Yo, that joint was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool scenes in there that I was like, oh, this is very James Gunn-esque, you know, like it reminded me of Guardians, it reminded me of stuff. But yeah, overall, I'm just gonna blanket statement. Great movie, dude. I loved it.
I'll probably say this for every movie, but this for sure is the movie of the year. And when I walked out of the theater, Dre was like, all right, we looked at a Fantastic Four poster, and I'm like, yo, Marvel got some competition now.
Yeah.
Like, I thought like, you know, this was gonna be fun, it was cool, and I was gonna be like, I'm still excited for Fantastic Four, but I thought it was going to be like, yo, Fantastic Four is going to hit it on the nail, and it's going to be over with the movie of the year. But right now, I'm like, yo, Superman might be.
Yeah, Superman's more relatable, more like people know Superman more. So even like leaving the theater, like
everybody was hyped.
Yeah, everyone was hyped. There was people dressed up like in Superman shirts.
Yeah.
There was like 3 guys sitting next to us. They were all wearing Superman shirts. There was these 2 guys walking around with Superman bags, like selling bags, like they were trying to get people right out of the theater. So that was crazy too. Like there's like definitely some hype around this movie.
Yeah.
Right. And today's not even like the official release. I mean, it comes out tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Officially,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah.
When you guys watching this podcast is when it comes out, right? So we're gonna give you guys like the ins and outs of it. There's a lot of good things about the movie. I can't really think of any too much bad things, honestly.
Honestly, I can't think of
anything bad.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Flawless victory.
Yeah.
Flawless victory, James Gunn. Like I can't think of something bad.
Yeah.
I honestly cannot, man. I had a really every emotion. I felt every emotion.
Yeah, I didn't cry or anything, but I definitely was like, this is. Here, one big thing that I want to say about the movie that I'll say, right? Going into the movie, watching the trailers, I was kind of concerned about the characters, right? We grew up on these characters. We know these characters. Superman. We've seen Superman 100 times different ways, right? So, like, it's like, is this guy going to be able to be Superman? Is he going to be able to pull it off? Like, that's one. Lois Lane. When she got cast as Lois Lane, I was kind of like, she's not that cute. Like, I don't know. This girl's like, whatever, but I don't know, whatever. I don't know if she's going to be a good Lois Lane.
Cute. She's beautiful.
She's so fine.
Yeah.
She's so fine.
So?
I didn't think so at first.
Okay.
Watching the movie,
I didn't know who she was.
Watching the movie, I was like, oh, she's fine.
Yeah. She's fine. Yeah.
She's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that, right? I was like, oh, Lex Luthor, another thing. I was like, this guy, I don't know if he's gonna be a good Lex Luthor. Like, I don't know.
Yo, he played the hell out of the role, bro.
He
He
killed it
played
as Lex
the
Luthor. He might have
man.
been the best,
actor.
the best actor of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have been the best one.
That
as,
last
like, Lex
that
Luthor.
last thing when he was he was mad at him was like 1A, 1A, 1A.
Yeah, that part
I
was
felt
sick,
it. I
yeah.
felt it. Like I always say in movies, when the villain makes you hate him, he did his job.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio did a brilliant job, unfortunately, in Django.
yeah.
And it's like, bro, I hated him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson the same way. It's like, dang, they did a brilliant job of making me hate them. Same with this guy. I'm like, dang, dude, I hate this guy. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like I'm sitting back like, oh yeah, he's just another villain. It's like, oh man, come on, Superman, come on.
Yeah.
Like, it's
And Superman
you know
gets
what I
his
mean?
ass beat a lot in this movie. That's a big thing that I really
But
expected.
okay, so we got to get deeper into it. But like when I think about superhero movies, we talk about cliche. This movie did something, and we can. I know you probably want to go from beginning to end.
Yeah, well, but go ahead and say.
Oh yeah, so it's this is a big spoiler actually. So here we go, guys. This is a huge spoiler. I think that is like a satisfying reveal at the end. So I want to start by saying this. Right now.
Are you
Okay.
talking about Ultraman?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
well, let's wait for that.
Okay.
Let's wait. We'll get into that.
Well, I won't say what it is, but the fact that character, whoever that may be, giving him the work, and it makes sense that character is giving Superman the work.
Yeah.
That is cool because it's not like, dang, Superman is like the biggest, baddest thing. Why the hell is he getting beat up?
Yeah.
But it makes sense why. And I was like, that's chef's kiss, because any other freaking movie, I feel like, yo, beating him up is like, bro, that's Superman, dog.
Yeah.
Like, he's the most powerful. Why is he getting this beat? Yeah.
And that's okay.
So I think that was great what they did.
So let's get into
Yeah,
it. Let's
yeah,
get into it
yeah.
because the one thing I really loved about
Sorry,
this movie,
guys,
first and
my
foremost,
bad.
no, you're good. No,
My
you're good.
bad.
We're
I
gonna
didn't
get
wanna
into it.
spoil
We're gonna
it.
get into
Yeah,
it because
yeah.
this kind of like leads into what you're saying, right? The movie starts off, which one thing that I really love, and I think that everyone is over when it comes to movies, superhero movies, is origin stories, right? We're tired of seeing how they got their powers and them being kind of lame and then becoming cool,
Yeah.
right? Like, this movie starts off, dude, he's
already,
already Superman.
yeah.
Like, the way he starts it off is already funny, too. It's like 3,000 years ago, this happened. Then 300 years ago, and then 3 years ago, and then 3 months, and then 30 minutes ago.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he's like, and 3 minutes ago, Superman just lost his first
Yeah,
battle.
tough.
And you're like, damn, that's how the movie starts off. Like, Superman lost his first battle, and he just gets it starts off with the scene that you guys have probably all seen, is where he gets smashed into the ice and he calls Crypto, which Crypto, my favorite part of the whole fucking movie. We're gonna talk about that.
He's fun.
That's a whole nother thing.
He's fun. But
yeah.
that goes to show, like, when the movie starts and like it's like 3 minutes ago he just got beat up. I think that was a great thing because you're like, this is Superman.
Yeah.
How the hell did he get beat up? Who has the kryptonite? And I think that was a dope start, because you're like, you have all these questions, especially me with like, I'm not a Superman hater, but I don't care. Like, I was coming in the movie theater just kind of like not nonchalant, but like low expectations. So like me, I'm like, well, okay, how did we get here? Like, is it gonna be a cliche? Like, how the heck did he get beat up like this? So I think that was good because it was like curiosity struck really fast.
Yeah, and it wasn't like the same trope of like, oh, someone has kryptonite and they're like weakening him and they're beating him up. Like that's like every single Superman thing. It's always like, oh, well, how is he getting beat up? Well, they have kryptonite, right? It's like obvious. It's so obvious. But this one is like, oh, he got beat up without kryptonite. So what's going on, right? So that's a big thing.
And then.
Yeah,
and then when I don't know how where you trying to go. You trying to like do anyway?
Yeah, we'll kind of go there.
I was saying like, so you realize real quick that it wasn't kryptonite. It was Lex Luthor
and Ultraman
and Ultraman. But in the beginning of the movie, Lex Luthor is telling Ultraman where to hit him, how to hit him, because he has all these like spy drones or whatever. So you think that Lex Luthor just knows his moves, and like you're like, how he's still beating him? And I think that's a cool like.
To be honest, I kind of knew. I knew right away. Like I knew right away.
You probably
but
know
not even that. But
I don't know the comics. So I don't know.
It's just pretty obvious. Like Ultraman, Superman. He has
a
mask on.
They didn't start calling him Ultraman to like the middle of the movie.
Yeah,
though.
I know, but I knew his name was Ultraman already.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, I couldn't go into it.
I don't know about.
So
I
was like, I already kind of knew. So we'll just say it, because if you guys are watching this, you probably already watched the movie. But yes, Ultraman ends up being a clone of Superman, right?
Which is crazy. Which
for
cool. People like me who are not in the comics and don't know Superman that well, it was for me. It was like a aha moment, and it was like a breath of fresh air because I didn't see it going that way.
Yeah, and I think it would have played weird because in the comic books, I think Superman does have like a Ultraman, like Bizarro Superman that's like an evil version of him that is like his clone, right? But also in The Boys, which is also one of our favorite shows, Homelander and Black Noir. In the comic books, Black Noir ends up being a clone of Homelander.
Crazy.
That's what. But in the show, they didn't do that.
Yeah, they didn't do that. That's tough.
So I think if they would have done that in the show, this wouldn't have hit. We would have been like, oh, it's just like in The Boys.
Yeah.
Right. But because they didn't do that in The Boys show, they did it in the comics. It played well in this movie, right? Where you're like, oh, but it's literally Homelander and Black Noir. Like literally, he's wearing the same thing as Black Noir. He's wearing a black mask. He's wearing like it's like very Black Noir. So I already kind of knew. I was like, he's very.
Did DC create?
I think DC is
that's tough.
Boys,
so James Gunn probably took inspiration.
Yeah. So, but yeah, basically, yeah, that's the big thing. But yeah, the cool thing was that Lex Luthor, he is like 2 steps ahead, and he's telling him what moves to do, and like has projections and has a whole team of people like working with them to like, okay, yeah, like you were saying, like, A1, B6, like doing all these different moves, and he knows what to do to beat Superman. He beats his ass over and over and over again.
And it's crazy. The cool thing that I like that it was annoying, but it was cool to see in the movie are the henchmen.
Oh,
that was so annoying, but it was like it was a cool. That was a cool. I feel like that was James Gunn. Like, yo, we need to do like. I mean, it could be a lot.
Lex Luthor's like computer people.
Yeah, it could be a team effort, but like I think it's dope that the kids in the thing were playing it like a video game. Like they were like if you watch the movie like he's like B6, B5, and it's one person that's probably doing it like I thought it was annoying, but it was like that's so cool because like video games are so hype and like I don't know. I thought that was a pretty cool thing to make the henchmen because
it reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy too, where like when the one where they're fighting where the Adam Warlock and they're all in those little like remember the gold people they're all in those little suits and they're like fighting with the but they're like in their computers. It was very much like that, but it was so sick. It was very creative and it was a very cool way to like fight Superman and beat Superman, right?
Yeah.
But it's cool because the movie doesn't take forever to get you going into like, okay, this is Lex Luthor. Here's him building up his like money and how he became famous, and it's like everyone knows. It's like the Superman Lex Luthor. You don't have to explain it to us.
Yeah.
It's there, like which I love. Like right away, I was like, okay, cool. Like we're already in it. Like you don't have to explain anything to us. It's just like boom.
Especially like Dre knows this stuff. I don't know. Obviously, I know a little bit like Lex Luthor. Obviously know who that is. I know he's a villain of Superman, but I don't know his whole origin story. But they gave us enough to where it's like, okay, we get why he's bad, and then the same thing with
get why he hates him and stuff like that.
And same thing with Superman. It's like, yo, I think that's dope. But what he said about the beginning was like they kind of gave us the blueprint of his life without like going back.
Literally in 20 seconds. Yeah, so it was just like boom, 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 boom.
And I think that's a sick thing. Like, you know what I mean? And then also the same thing with the relationships. So like Lois Lane and
him were already like dating.
And I thought that
dating.
I thought that was cool. I thought in the beginning I thought they were gonna have to build that relationship up, but they changed it and it was like, yo, they were already together.
They were already together.
I think that's so cool. Like we don't have to get an origin story of this.
We don't have to see them like meeting and like his first day at the Daily Planet and stuff. It's just like, let's get into it, dude. Like it's already like, which is cool. It was so dope. But yeah, so that was amazing. I mean, my favorite fucking thing about the whole fucking movie, obviously, is Crypto the Superdog. I love Crypto the Superdog. I've always loved Crypto the Superdog. I've always wanted Crypto, live action Crypto, and this was perfect, dude. It was so sick. And dude, if it wasn't for Crypto in this movie, Superman would have died like 4 times.
No,
like
facts.
Crypto literally saved his ass like so many times.
No,
dude.
Facts.
Like he, as
100%.
much as he doesn't like this dog, like he literally saved him every single time.
I think the cool thing is, I mean, it's not a cool thing. I mean, it's just a cool thing, but I remember The Rock. They made animated
with Crypto,
and I seen a dog and like he looked like super.
Yeah,
I think this one looks
more like
it's fun. It's, you know what I mean? Like if this dog wasn't that breed, I don't even know what the breed is.
Yeah, I don't even.
But
know.
if this dog wasn't that breed, I feel like it wouldn't have hit. As cool as it did.
Yeah,
because
you know they do try to like in the cartoons and stuff in the comics, like they'll make Crypto like very like regal and very like. He's very like tame and very like calm, but this is like it's a bad dog. Like he's just a wild ass dog who has no training. And we'll get to the part that that explains Crypto's whole thing, because like they kind of don't explain why he has Crypto or what is Crypto, like why did he even have this dog and why is he so bad and stuff. And then at the end it all makes sense, which was fucking amazing. That was my favorite part of the whole movie. But anyways, that was sick. Crypto was dope, man. The part like still think like the best part was when he was fighting Ultraman, and he sees like, oh, this is how you're beating me because you have all these like drones around here, and then he's like, Crypto, get the toy.
Yeah.
And Crypto like locks into the drones and just boom, 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 starts killing all the drones. And
the cool thing is about it is like they were setting us up for that moment.
Yeah, with the T-sphere, with the T-spheres. Yeah,
he was literally messing up every single like electronic thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole movie, and then
So
Superman realized, and then boom.
Even the part where like Mr. Terrific, like when he's like looking for Superman and Crypto in that pocket dimension, and he finally like locks in, he sees Crypto, and then as soon as you see Crypto look at it, and my mind was like, oh, it's a ball.
Yeah.
Like he just sees a ball, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna get that ball,
Yeah.
and so he just immediately goes after it, and
Which
he's like, oh fuck, come back, trying to get the T-spheres back, which was amazing, dude.
From being on James Gunn's social media, that is all him for sure. He's like, let's make this dog like, you know what I mean?
He said he based it off his own dog and stuff, which was really funny.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you've ever been around dogs, like I'm a dog trainer. I work with dogs every single day, and like that's how they are, dude. They're as much training as I do and as much stuff as I try to do, like they're dogs at the end of the day, and they're gonna do fucking shit that I'm just like, wow, what am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Hunter, my freaking German Shepherd that I train, like he's like a wild boy, dude.
Yeah.
I can train him and he'll sit and he'll listen to me and do everything, but then if he sees a ball, like he's gonna take off and just get the ball. You know, I can't stop him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was amazing.
I think what was really cool too for me was James Gunn might hate this if you ever see it, but I love the Marvel-esque of it, bro.
Yeah.
Bringing in General Flag and Peacemaker.
Yeah. Oh,
come
dude,
on,
the Peacemaker
man.
part was so sick.
Come on, James Gunn is bringing that over to DC, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Because
it's so good,
and
dude.
the cool thing about it was so subtle and it wasn't overbearing, right? Like that's what in Marvel, that's what we love. We don't like it to be like super crazy, but like if we get like a little hint of something, what we just had with Ironheart, you know what I mean? Like it was a hint of
Obadiah Stane.
Like it was a hint of it. So it was a hint of cameos in here where it wasn't like overpowering the story. Like it was like a little bit of here and there. So General Flag was like, he was a part of the story, but he wasn't like a main part of the story. Peacemaker, he was in there, but he wasn't
just talking shit on an interview. You know,
so
like it was so sick.
I thought that was cool. Like I think that was cool. And if that happens the whole time in DC, like, man, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be
he's making it connected, which is what we want, right? I think James Gunn knows what works, and like that's why we've been so excited for James Gunn to take over the DC stuff and do this movie, right? Like Superman, like we knew it was gonna be a good movie because James Gunn doesn't make bad movies, but also it's like he knows what the people want. Like he knows, like if we're watching the Justice League, like we're watching Superman, we want to see Justice League. Do we want to see, you know, and he gave us like characters that he's like holding back but giving us some, right? It's like we got Green Lantern, but it's not really Green Lantern. It's Guy Guardian, right? It's like
the funny part about like he's like it makes so much sense now when they keep saying Justice Gang.
Oh yeah, the Justice Gang.
Because he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he wants to save her Justice League.
Yeah, they're saving the Justice
League. And he's like, we're the Justice Gang. Like that's horrible.
Yeah,
that's
so
terrible.
Stupid,
So and it's not the characters that the people want. So he's making I feel like James Gunn is what's the word? He's doing it on purpose.
He's like kind of like slow rolling it out. It's like a slow roll. It's like a slow burn. It's like we're like we know we want Hawkman, right? But he's like, well, here's Hawk Girl, right? We want Green Lantern like Hal Jordan, but like we're getting fucking we're getting Guy Guardian with this stupid haircut and his like bad attitude. And like Mr. Terrific is a cool character, but he's like kind of like, if you know the Justice League, if you really watch it, you know how cool Mr. Terrific is, but he's not a character that everyone knows. And that was really cool too. And he got so much shine in it. I think Mr. Terrific was one of the best parts of the movie too. Like his character is so sick.
Shout out to that dude, bro, because I swear when I seen everything, I was like, this dude looks whack.
Yeah, he looks
whack. I don't like him. Why?
I think the trailers did a bad job of like showing how good this movie is.
But once we really realized who Mr. Terrific was and how dope he is, like I don't know, he just became cool. Like he became cool after.
And the way he is, like the way he carries himself and the way he just is, he's just a cool ass character, right? He's cool, like he's a cool dude. He's a cool person. He has coolness like oozing out of him, even though he has this dumb T on his face. And in his T spheres and everything, like are sick, and like I love how like she's like, oh, like bring your little circles. He's like, they're spheres. Like they're not circles are flat. These are 3D.
Yeah.
Like,
and
like
then the part where they were in the ship and she was trying to like say he's not really my boyfriend. He's like I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't get
into
that. Which is dope, man. I think
there's a lot of good funny parts too. Like even when like okay, like when they're going on his like his tea ship or whatever, and he goes to open it up and it's like the garage door's opening super slow, and then she's like, you have a spaceship but you don't have a fast garage door opener, and he's like, I haven't got to that yet.
And the crazy part, he's like a genius. So
he's a genius.
So
he
it's
has this slow ass thing. But yeah, I mean that was sick. Well, the one thing I'm sorry we even skipped over this, because this is like I think the most important thing is, dude, fucking David Cornsweet, the guy who plays Superman, is amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
he killed it.
He's such a good Superman. Like that was a big concern too. I think that's a big thing that everyone, like even like the first question that my neighbor asked me, he was like, oh, like how was he a Superman? Like is he like who's your favorite Superman? Is he like one of the best? And I'm like, I still think Henry Cavill is like the best Superman, just because how Henry Cavill looks. He looks like Superman, but this guy looks like Superman, and I thought he wasn't gonna be buff enough or whatever. He looks like Superman, dude. He looks like a young Superman, right? And he's fucking dope. His acting is so good. He's like very much. It's funny because I just watched Superman, like the original Superman with why can't I think of his name? Christopher Reeves. I just watched the first one yesterday, because I was excited about this movie and it's on TV. So I was like, oh, let me give it a shot. It's from 1974, I think. So it's like super old. But when he's Clark Kent, like he's very like, well, gosh, golly, like he does all those little things, and I was like, oh, like he kills it. Like he's very much like this like nerdy country boy who's just like.
I mean, because
like,
he's from Kansas.
Yeah. He's like, gosh, like the things he says, or like I don't know, it's funny. Like even when she's like, he's like, you're punk rock, like you're into punk rock, or she's like, I'm punk rock, and he's like, I'm punk rock too, and she names like all these like dumb bands, and he's like, that's a good band, and then she goes into his room and he has the poster of that band. It's just like he's a dork, dude. At the end of the day, like he's just a nerdy dude who has fucking superpowers, right? So he's alien from a fucking other world, but like that was cool. I think a lot of the stuff from the trailer was all like in the beginning too, which was really cool. Like there was a lot of stuff that they didn't really show in the trailers that I really was like, that was dope as fuck. Yeah. Metamorpho, dude. That dude Metamorpho.
Yeah,
he was sick. And I thought he was gonna like have this weird voice or weird thing. He just like
regular
ass dude. He had like a regular ass voice.
And he had just a white girlfriend. Like he was just a regular dude.
Yeah. And then he has this little baby that was like the ugliest little baby in the world, which is awesome. It's like Joey. His name's just like Joey. Like the baby's name. I thought it was gonna be like some weird alien name or something.
I think
it's like Joey.
I think the part that convinced me is the last part where he was like, you're an alien. He was like, I'm a human. I'm more human than you. Or I don't know if he said human than you, but like that. He's
like, I'm
that
human.
Speech that he gave, I was like, all right, I'm convinced. Like I feel like obviously that was at the last part of the movie, but like it was building up to that moment, and like that was like a good that was a good refresher. Not refresher, but a good like satisfying moment of him like building like, yo, like I'm a good person, because the whole point of this, guys, like is the Superman was meant to be sent on Earth. This is probably another spoiler, but he was meant to be.
This is a spoiler podcast. So
yeah. He was meant to be sent on this Earth to help humanity. That's what he thought, and then his parents, low key, are savages, and was like, "Yo, rule over this," like some
the Viltrumites.
Viltrumites, on some Viltrumite. Like,
well, that's what the thing is. Like Viltrumites are that whole thing with like the boys and or not the boys, Invincible and stuff. Like that's all a spoof on like Superman and stuff too. So like it's like that's why like the Viltrumites are just like Kryptonians and like all this stuff. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense. But
everything's a copy.
The whole point of the thing is like he was supposed to be sent to rule the world and spread his seed or whatever. Yeah, and he didn't. He only heard the first part of. If you watch this, he only heard the first part of the message, which that is what he's been. So at this moment in time, he's probably well over 26, 27, and his whole life he's wanted to be the best human being. Yeah,
he's just being like the best guy he could possibly be. He's just happy, go lucky, not even doing anything.
And in the beginning of the movie, this is my favorite part. In the beginning of the movie, he's listening to his biological parents, and that's what soothes him. And then by the end of the movie, because he is more human than he was saying that he's more human than that dude Lex Luthor, and he's a regular guy that has powers, and he's
just
loves
trying to be a good person, yeah.
humanity. At the end, the thing that soothes him when he's like healing is his Kansas family, the Earth parents. And I thought that was cool. I thought that was like a great callback to the beginning.
Yeah.
Man, this movie was solid, bro.
Yeah,
I honestly, it's like a 10-10 for me. Like I cannot see anything bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think when you were saying like how like because to like I was convinced on how good his acting was, and I was already like, okay, I really like this guy as Superman. Is when Lois Lane did the interview with him in the beginning, when she's like, oh, you'll let me do an interview with you? And he's like, yeah, for sure. Like, let's do an interview. Like, that whole scene was so good.
Yeah,
I thought that was such a good scene. Like, the way that they, like, their banter back and forth with each other, and, like, the way they talked, and the way, like, he was like, that's off record. Like, you know, like, all that part was so, like, it was so good that I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I was like, damn, this is, like, he's a dope-ass Superman. I really like this guy. So, yeah, he killed it, dude. He killed it. Lois Lane, she killed it. I thought she was going to be corny. I thought she was going to be, like, weird, but I loved her personality. She's
beautiful.
She's so pretty, yeah. She's so pretty, and like, yeah, she got a body too. There was one girl that it's so funny. There was one girl on the Daily Planet that they didn't even show her name. I don't even know who she was. But as soon as she went on stage, me and Avery were both like, "Damn, who's that?"
Yeah, I know she was. She was a baddie, but she was a random, and I feel like she's an extra. I don't know if they said her name at all.
I don't think they said her name in the movie. Yeah,
but like, she was so bad that it seemed like she was like a regular, like an actual noticeable character, but she wasn't.
Yeah, she was just like,
it was like
she just worked at the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, because it was like coming to the ship, and it was just her and then another black dude.
Yeah, there was another black dude at the end. I didn't even notice that black dude until the very end, and I was like, why is that guy in there? Like, they didn't even talk about it. He's like celebrating with them, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, where did he come from? But another big thing that I have to what's his name? The photographer dude, Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, the dude from Gemstones.
Yeah, the kid from Righteous Gemstones. Yeah, he was so funny. Like, he was so good in that movie, and I think it's funny because I was watching the original Superman yesterday. In that movie, Jimmy Olsen, like, he's like the photographer, like, kind of guy who works at the Daily Bugle, and like he kind of has like his little connections and stuff, but he's kind of like low on the totem pole.
Yeah,
and so I thought it was funny that they made him like a stud, like, you know, like, it's like
not even like
he
he's
looks
like
dorky.
Yeah,
he looks dorky,
and the girls
like, all the girls
him.
all like him, you know. And then
yeah.
it's like the joke is like he's like, oh, I have this connection, and it's like it's Lex Luthor's girlfriend, and it's Lex Luthor's girlfriend is his ex, and he like is like doesn't like her, and he's like, fuck, I don't want to deal with her, but you know, she's crazy, but whatever. And it's like, dude, why is this girl's crazy about him? He's such a dorky looking dude, right? So that was like a big funny thing that happened. Like, there's a lot of good funny parts that's in this movie that James Gunn, you know, is like, James Gunn did it. You know, he killed it. Even like his brother had a part in it. Avery had like a good thing that I was like, I was like, dude, if that happens, I'll lose my fucking mind. But there's a part where they're trying to distract Superman, and they like release something, and Avery's like, what if it's Weasel? And I'm like, oh my god, dude, if it's Weasel, I'll lose my mind.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I love Weasel.
Imagine?
But it wasn't Weasel. It was like a monster. But I was like, dude, if it's Weasel, dude, that would be insane. Because obviously his brother plays Weasel.
Yeah.
And he was in Suicide Squad, so we've seen him live action already.
Yeah.
So like, it's like we know he exists.
Yeah. I think the cool thing about it is I love what it can be, because this is just the first initial James Gunn DC thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of potential here, like especially with what you call it. Not Suicide Squad. What's the other one called?
Justice League?
No. The other one we liked, the Weasel.
Creature Commando.
With Creature Commando, and then also Suicide Squad. Not because General Flag is in that, and there's a part of the thing where they win, and I guess Lex Luthor loses, and Superman wins. Whatever. General Flag is in the office with the dude, and they're already
and they kind of like show him contemplating about something. They're like, oh, I guess metahumans rule things now, and it's like,
so now like
it's like making you think, because it's like, damn, he's running Creature Commando, so I mean, I wonder if like something's going on in his mind. I wonder if that already happened with Creature Commando, or if this is after Creature Commando, or before Creature Commando.
That's what I'm saying. It has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Like we haven't even seen old chick Viola Davis. Like I want to see how that's gonna work with. And on top of that, like. They've given us such a good Superman, and I feel like James Gunn would stay with the good Superman. Where it's like, how we're gonna introduce this to the Batman.
Yeah, like imagine, because the Batman's like stark opposite of this. Like Batman's gonna be dark, and he's gonna be brooding, and he's gonna be like this guy, and that's a big part of the Justice League's dynamic, is like how like Batman and Superman are kind of like in charge of the Justice League. but like they're complete opposites, right?
Yeah.
It's like Superman is very like good and sees the good in everyone, and Batman's like sees the bad in everyone, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you balance that? I think that's gonna be a big thing. Like we're gonna get. I think how we got a big Superman movie, we're gonna get a big Batman movie, and then when that comes together, it's gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the real. It's gonna be like the Batman Superman that we wanted from like years ago. Like remember when I think in I Am Legend there was like a sign that was like Batman versus Superman, and then we're like, what is there gonna be a Batman versus Superman movie? And then like 10 years later, we got the Batman versus Superman movie, but it was, it was Ben Affleck fucking Superman, which was stupid. Our Batman.
Yeah. All I know is James Gunn, man. Get Christopher Nolan, bro. Just get the Dark Knight movies. You can't beat them. So try to mimic.
Who
them
did he just have? Who's the guy who did Zack Snyder? So on Rick and Morty, I don't know if you saw this, but on one of the newest episodes of Rick and Morty, they had James Gunn and Zack Snyder guest star on it, voice the characters of themselves. And they have a part where Zack Snyder's like talking shit, and he's like to him, and he's like, oh, you got the new Superman, huh? But like, oh, not so easy kind of thing. And then it's so like I didn't watch the whole episode, but I just saw that clip and I was like, that's cool, like that they're like working together in that way, because obviously Zack Snyder is like, people love Snyder and the Zack Snyderverse and the Snyderverse and all that stuff, right? So like people love that version of Superman and that version of like the Justice League. Very dark and like 300-esque, people love that version of it. So I think like the fact that James Gunn is working with him on Rick and Morty, that shows that they already have a good relationship, that they're able to joke with each other about that stuff. So I feel like that's got to be like, that's a good sign, right?
No, keep his hands off of it.
Yeah. Well,
Christopher Nolan, Dark Knight, we need that type of Batman.
Yeah.
I want that type of Batman. Or I'm not mad at Robert Pattinson. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
And it's cool because we got a young Superman and we got a young Batman technically, so maybe that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I like Robert Pattinson as Batman.
I'm good off Ben Affleck being freaking
we're done with that. We're done with that.
I'm good with that.
We don't want old Batman. We want young Batman. I think that's sick. And I think Robert Pattinson is much. I didn't want to like him. I loved him in that movie. He was fucking good.
Yeah. He's not. You're not. What's his name? But you're good.
Yeah.
What's the dude's name in Dark Knight? Freaking, what is his name? Oh my God! Let this come fast for me though. But you guys know who it is.
Yeah, the one who played the best Batman.
Yeah.
You already know. I'm still trying to think of his name. Anyways, but okay, a big thing too that was awesome. That was really fucking sick. That I really loved. Was at the end of the movie. One of my favorite parts, which was like a crazy reveal. Okay, this was the reveal that I was like, okay, this made the movie for me. Like everything was cool. Christian Bale. I was trying to think of it too. That's why I was trying to kill time.
Yeah.
But okay, so. The movie's going on, obviously, like, the big thing is, like, okay, Crypto, like, is here. He keeps talking, like, even Lois Lane's like, you have a dog? And he's like, it's kind of like a foster situation, right? And you're like, why the fuck does he have this dog? Like, he obviously didn't come to Earth with this dog, so, like, how did this happen? And this is what I love, because, like, there's so much setup about things all the time where it's like, oh, like, this is this and this. Like, James Gunn is just like, nope, you already know it. It's already happened. It's done, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're watching it, and we're like, how is Crypto here? At the very end of the movie, freaking out of nowhere, Supergirl comes in, and they're like, oh, your cousin's here. And I was like, what the fuck? And she crashes into his house, and she's drunk as fuck, and she's just, and by the way, you know who it is, right? The girl.
I've seen. That's from.
She's from
that's
House of Dragons, the young House of Dragons.
I was trying to think in my brain, like, I've seen that face before. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't even
she's
think.
the young House of Dragons.
Yeah.
She looked good as Supergirl, dude. She looked really
That's
good.
crazy.
I know she's probably only like 21 or something like that, but she looked really.
I was looking
good.
at her and I was like, I've seen that girl before.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it, but
I mean, she was there for like a minute in the movie, but she looked good.
Shout out to her.
She does the character cool because like I like the take of like how she's like she's Supergirl, but she's a party. She wants a party.
Teenager.
She wants to, she's a teenager. Like she doesn't give a fuck about that stuff. And I love like her relationship with Clark, like with Superman. How he's just like, oh my god, my fucking cousin's here. Like, yeah, it's your dog. Take the dog. And so it's her dog. And like, you know, you see, and she's like, Crypto, and he runs and tackles her, and he's like beating her on the ground, slamming her on the ground. And you could see why Crypto's such a bad dog because obviously she doesn't train him. She doesn't care.
And that's a dope.
She just drops him off at his fucking house for
I feel like it's a dope callback to like the dog being so bad the whole movie
Yeah.
and not listening to him. I think that's a great callback because the whole time you're like, dang, so he's not training this dog. Like, why is he not training?
Yeah,
the
why
dog?
does he have this dog, but it's like bad?
Yeah,
like you would
and
think,
then-
like if it was Superman's dog, he would be like super strict with it or something.
And
but
I think that is a dope callback. When
yeah,
she
it's like,
came-
oh, because it's not his dog.
Yeah.
It's his cousin's dog
Yeah.
who is a party animal, and he's just watching the dog while she's partying on other planets. Like, he literally says, like, oh, she likes to go to places where there's red suns because we can't, under a yellow sun, you can't get drunk, but under a red sun, you can. So she goes to planets where there's red suns so she can get drunk and party.
which is dope.
And it's like, that's so cool to have that in a Superman movie, you know what I mean?
Which
Yeah.
has me thinking, how many of them are there?
Yeah, well, I mean, we know for sure that there's like we know Superman and Supergirl, like that's the big ones. But I don't know if he has like other. Family.
James Gunn can do it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
the
know
comics.
as much I don't know as much Superman lore
The
as like
lore,
other people, but like
yeah.
I'm sure there are other super people. I know there's like Zod, right? General Zod and all that stuff. So like maybe there's other Kryptonians out there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I loved it. I loved the Supergirl appearance. Like I loved like her as Supergirl is dope. They're filming a Supergirl movie right now, which is awesome. So like if that's how her character is gonna be, because I didn't want her to be like this young like. I want to do good and blah, blah. Like I didn't want that in a fucking Supergirl. I like the fact that she's like I like to party. I'm going to get drunk.
There was another
Like
Supergirl.
this is gonna be sick. There
was
was like
that Superwoman.
oh well there's Wonder Woman.
It was a super.
uh,
There's Supergirl. Like they've done Supergirl and other things before, and they've like made her either kind of like ditzy or kind of like look like I want to be good, but like I'm learning how to use my powers kind of thing. Like this is like I don't give a fuck. She's just like a young teenager who just goes to parties.
This one, the upcoming DC. This girl, I saw this one. This is not the same girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was in the Flash movie. She was
So she's not gonna be Supergirl.
No.
anymore. Okay.
That's not even like the real. I don't even know who that was like a whole like their own Supergirl thing. I don't even know what the fuck. But yeah, Millie Adcock, I think is her name, right?
I don't know her name. Honestly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she's gonna be sick. She's gonna be really good as Supergirl, and I'm super now. No pun intended. I'm super excited for that movie because at first I was kind of like I don't care.
Right,
Millie
yeah.
Adcock, yeah. I didn't care about that movie. How old
She's
is she?
25, by the way.
Yeah,
so you're
knew
good.
it. I'm
You're in
good.
safe
I'm good.
space.
She looked hot in that movie.
You're in safe space.
She looked hot. She looked hot. When she showed up, I was like, damn. Because I don't. In House of Dragons, obviously, she looks really young, and I was like, I never really cared about her. I was just like, oh yeah, I like her character in House of Dragons. But on this, I was like, damn, she's actually kind of hot.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, because they portray her as a little girl in there,
Yeah.
like a teenager.
yeah, but like the way she was on this movie, like when she popped up, I was like, damn, Supergirl's pretty.
She
pretty bad,
definitely
dude.
looked like a drunk college kid.
Yeah. So that was sick, and that part was so funny, and like even like I love like Superman's relationship with his robots, dude. That was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like the robots are like, oh, he's like, maybe one day you can give me a name. And he's like, what's wrong with Four? Four's a name, and he's like,
Gary.
also is Gary. Gary.
Yeah.
Also Gary's a name.
That's
And he's
good,
like,
that's good,
and at the
yeah.
end, Superman calls him Gary, so it's like that part's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
I love how obsessed like the robots are with him. Like, oh, meet the new girl. She's number 21, and he's like,
He smiles,
yeah,
and
he
he's
smiles,
like,
and she's like,
"He smiled at me."
yeah, he looked at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all that. It's just like it's so fun, dude. It
Yeah.
was just a
It's
fun
a fun,
movie.
yeah. It was definitely fun.
Like
It
Guy
was-
Guardian when he shows up at the battle and he like uses his rings, like he's just walking his rings are like flipping people
yeah.
off, like his hands are popping up.
Like
So
for me
sick,
watching
dude.
that, and then kind of knowing that a Green Lantern movie is coming with the homie Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
I already know because if it's given that energy with the Green Lantern, like, and he's such a dope actor, if they bring in that, bro, I feel like DC is on one right now.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Pierre is a dope
And
actor.
Green Lantern has like, dude, there's so much in Green Lantern. Like, there's Green Lanterns, Yellow Lanterns, White Lanterns, Blue Lanterns, Red. Like, there's so many lanterns.
Yeah.
And it's that's a whole universe in itself. Is the Lantern universe. So like that whole thing is sick. And so for getting Guy Guardian already, and then like, we see how he is and how dumb he is with his like, we're the Justice Gang and stuff like that. Like all that part, and then we're gonna get this like serious Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
Like really like dope ass like Green
Lantern?
Lantern. Oh man, it's gonna be sick. They're
Yeah.
dynamic together, and when
Yeah.
they're like at the fucking lantern, like I forgot what they're called, like I forgot what they're like. They're like the Lantern Corp.
Uh-huh.
Like when they're there together and like and I'm sure Guy Guardian's gonna be like, this guy, he can't be a lantern, like talking shit, and Aaron
Yeah.
Pierre is gonna be so like calm and cool and like it's gonna be so dope, dude. It's gonna be
Yeah,
so
man.
good. Like it's give me so much. And the way that he used his power, like the way that Guy Guardian used his like lantern was so dope. Like when when they're fighting the monster and he's like holding him back, and she's like, "You got to do more than." He's like, "I made giant mittens." Like he like made mittens on his hands. Yeah. Like it's such a dumb way to use the ring.
I like
when
cool. when he put the muzzle.
Yeah, he put the muzzle on him. Cool,
Like
that was cool.
I think that man, dude. Yeah,
like,
this is fun.
And then
bro.
there was a part where like where Superman, like after he like gets, I think he like. Once he finds out about his parents and everything, he's kind of mad. And he goes to Lois Lane's house and he's just sitting there. And in the background, while he's talking to Lois Lane, in the background, there's just like a big ass monster that they're fighting. And like he doesn't even pay attention. He doesn't even care. Like there's just a big ass battle happening in the background. Yeah. And you see Guy Guardian with he makes a giant baseball bat. And he's just like hitting it with the bat. It's like so stupid. Like that's what you're gonna make as a baseball bat. Like it's such a dumb thing, but like that's what he would do. You know, it's just like it was so funny, dude. It was so good. And like Superman's like, oh man, that's just like a Dominion from another dimension. Like they got it. You know, like I'm not even worried about it. Like that, like stuff like that is so cool. Like little things like that they do that is such a like only James Gunn could do. You know, and pull off. It was dope, man. I loved it. I loved it. I had so much fun. Yeah. I love that like Superman during all the battles, he's like trying to save everyone. Mm-hmm. Even the part where like the squirrel's about to get crushed and he grabs the squirrel and like saves the squirrel and he's like, all right, here you go, little buddy. Like it's like, come on, man, that's so dope. You
know what's so crazy too? Like I'm watching this movie. They do a really good job. I mean, I don't know who this is, but they do a really good job of making me want Superman to save them. Yeah. Like in Marvel, I mean, I don't know what makes it this way, but when you're watching like Marvel, you're like, kill that nigga. But like here, like it's like Superman. I think it's because he had to prove himself to be like, you know what I mean, like a human and all that. Like so, it was for me. I was like, dang, like I want him to save them without like murdering.
Yeah,
like, you know
and you get a sense of hope with him. Like you get a sense of like, like he's not just gonna kill everyone. And he even the part, perfect point when they're fighting that giant monster. Yeah, like he's doing everything to like beat the monster, but like not kill the monster, right? He doesn't want to hurt he wants to hurt it and stop it, but he's not trying to kill him. And then Guy Guardian and Hawk Girl and Mr. Terrific come in and like Mr. Terrific definitely just kills the fucking thing.
He put that we gotta go back to that because that was crazy. He he puts the little balls in his mouth. And
he puts his balls in his mouth.
They go all the way down to his like stomach.
Yeah, and explode. Yeah, explodes in his
stomach. That joint is crazy, bro.
And Superman's like, come on, guys. Like we could have done I wanted to like take him somewhere where he would be safe or like put him in a zoo or something.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? You know why? You know why? I think it's because that character specifically wasn't like harming people. He was just off the hinges. I think that's why I was like, oh man, like we should like I'm with him saving it. Like Lex Luthor like kill that nigga. Like when Crypto was like I was like yeah he deserves that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean Crypto was like the fucking star of the movie, dude. Like the part that like at the end where like he's first off when Superman gets mad and he busts through the fucking door, that part was sick when he mad at Lex Luthor when they first like kind of meet. And then later on, when at the end of the movie, when he comes in and like they're talking, and then out of nowhere, just Crypto comes in and just fucks Lex Luthor up, and he's like grabbing him, slamming him against all the doors and all the desks and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, man! I love it. Yeah, it was so good, dude. I loved it. I loved every single thing.
I had so much fun in it.
I had so much fun. I want to go see it again, honestly. Like this is a movie that I'll go see again, and this is a movie I tell everyone to go watch. It's so fun. It's so good. I love there's so many things I loved about it. Nothing I hated about it. Like, there was a lot of things that I thought I was going to hate about it, but I didn't, right? Like, all the characters that I thought was like, oh, maybe this is going to be corny. Lois Lane killed it. Superman killed it. Mr. Terrific killed it. Guy Guardian's character was killer. You know what? The only thing that I would say is Hawk Girl. Like, I like her because I think she's hot, that girl that plays Hawk Girl. But I think her character was kind of like dumb.
I think the superhero sucks.
Yeah,
like what are we screaming? I feel like that's the only thing too. Yeah. But like it didn't matter that much to be honest.
She was barely in the movie.
Yeah, but it was like her character like that was one of the characters like it'd been cool if she wasn't here.
Yeah,
but Mr. Terrific and Guy.
But Hawkman is cool.
That's the he was in the Rock movie.
Yeah.
Black Adam.
But
no, he was cool in there.
Yeah, in that movie,
he was cool in there. But I know that
he's like Black Panther.
I know a lot of people don't like that movie. I like that movie. Obviously, it didn't have those high stakes, but You know, that guy, the black the Black Hawk guy, he was cool.
Yeah.
And it was some other. I mean, that was the only memorable one other than Black
but
Adam.
he was cool in that movie. But like, that's not even like the real. Like, that's not like if you watch the cartoons, like the Justice League cartoons, that's the Hawkeye.
Oh, they had the other dude in Black Adam too. The one that was like Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
but
he's sick, and I want him. I want him back. We need him.
But
there's
yeah,
a lot
man.
of characters from the Justice League that I'm super excited to see, dude. Man, I cannot wait.
Yeah. So I think I feel like the only thing that was sucky, which is not even a big deal, is the hot girl. But
even then,
she
was
like
had
just bad.
Yeah,
Too,
she's just hot.
She looks good. So
she looks good, and there's a like I think like she like when during the fighting scenes, like I didn't really care for her. But when she's like when they were hanging out at the lair, like they're building the Hall of Justice, which I don't know if you noticed, but like that building that they were in, Guy Guardian and stuff, they were hanging out. It said Hall of Justice, which is like where that's the Hall of Justice. That's like where they that's where they hang out. Like that's where like people go to see, and there's like giant statues of all the Justice League and stuff in there. It's super dope. So when they're in there and she was like hanging out, I thought she was like, I like her as an actress and she's cute, right? But when she's fighting, I'm like,
it's a timestamp right now. It's July 10th. 2025. So I feel like we won't get Justice League of this till we're 42.
Yeah, maybe. It's 2025 right now, so maybe by 2030 we'll get Justice League. But that's fine. I don't care. I roll it out, dude. Let us build all these characters up. And if it's going the way it's going, dude, like we're jumping right into it. We don't need like Batman probably already exists, you know, like there's probably already a Batman. There's probably already stuff. Like Batman's very like low key with his stuff. So a Superman probably wouldn't know about Batman yet. You know, it wouldn't even be on his radar, you know? So like who knows? Right? Yeah, who knows? So we'll see what happens, but I'm really super fucking excited for this like next phase of DC and everything. This is the first movie that kicks everything off, and I fucking love it, dude.
Behind James Gunn, I feel like the Flash would be so cool.
Oh yeah, the Flash.
Behind James Gunn, like that, I feel like the Flash, because the Flash is such a cool character in my eyes. Like even like.
There's so many. Aquaman, like a new Aquaman.
Oh man.
Like we know Lobo's coming, which is what's his name is gonna be Lobo. The guy who played Aquaman, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, yeah.
So we're getting like Lobo. Like we're gonna get some cool characters that I don't think any other person would have touched, right? Like Lobo is a character that no one would touch.
I think it's gonna be good because, like I said, man, y'all know me. Dre is the comic book guy. I'm the movie guy. So I'm seeing these movies and I'm not really knowing who these characters are. So I feel like with people like me, I feel like James Gunn will do a really good job of introducing, right? So like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I didn't know Iron Man. I obviously knew Spider-Man. Obviously, you know Spider-Man, but as a kind of a casual who don't really know comics, you don't really know Iron Man. But when they made Iron Man, everybody went to go watch it. We loved it. And it became like a beloved character. So I think James Gunn can do the same thing with all the Justice League characters, whoever they are. You know what I mean? Like, because Lobo, I have no idea who that is.
I highly recommend that you guys watch like the animated Justice League series. Like that, it's so good, dude. And also right now, if you want to like an easy route into it without going back and watching the old cartoons, there's a new thing called Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and they're on HBO Max right now. And I watched Part 1 and it was dope. Part 2 I think is out already, and I think Part 3 just came out. So those are all out right now. If you want to watch those are a good way to get into the Justice League and kind of know the characters and know what's going on in the Justice League without having to go back and watch the old Justice League cartoons that I grew up on, right?
Yeah.
But those Justice League cartoons are sick as fucking. You should watch them too. But yeah. Anyways, I don't want to make this podcast about anything else. I think I just want to talk about Superman. I will say next week we get Fantastic Four.
Not next week.
Or 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks from now we get Fantastic Four. So next week we'll do some more stuff. Next week will be more of like a regular episode, right? We'll talk about everything that's going on this week. I know this weekend on Friday, tomorrow, there's Jake Paul's having his all-female boxing card headlined by Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. On Netflix, so that's free if you guys want to watch that. That's cool. That's gonna be tonight if you're watching this when this episode drops. It's gonna be a big fight, and it's all female boxers on Netflix in Madison Square Garden. It's gonna be sick. And if you guys watched the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, the girls who fought before them, that everyone was like, that was the fight of the night. Yeah. That's who's fighting again.
I remember that fight. Yeah.
This is the trilogy. This is the third one.
That was a good fight.
They threw like over 1,000 punches last time they fought. So It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be good. So that's tomorrow. There's UFC this weekend. Derek Lewis fighting. You know, we'll see. There's a lot of good people on this card,
My
but it's like,
balls is
yeah,
hot.
my balls is hot.
That's
I think they're in Nashville or something. I don't know, but it's gonna be cool. I'll watch it. I don't know if it's gonna be like anything worthwhile, but it'll still be fun. Those always like those weird little cards where like there's not many stars on it, but there's like some stars on it. Those ones always end up being the best ones. So we'll see. I know there's a lot of trade rumors with LeBron and shit. I don't know what's going on with that, so we'll get into that in our next episode. We'll talk about whatever is going on. Love Island kind of went.
Oh, it crashed?
It crashed hard.
Why?
Oh, well, I mean, we'll talk about that on the next episode too, because there's a big controversy that happened where basically one of the main
girl with the Asian eye thing.
Yeah, one of the main girls, she got kicked, like removed from the show, and she was like one of the main, like she like the producers loved her, dude. She was on every single thing. They were always showing her talking. She was in the only couple that is actually a real couple, or at least it seemed like. And then she just got removed out of nowhere. And the way that they removed her, they didn't even like address it on the show. They were just like literally like they kind of like didn't show her in the episode. They in the background they showed her, and then out of nowhere they were just like Sierra was removed. Like the voiceover dude, he's just like, oh, Sierra left due to personal reasons, and then that was it. And then it just showed people's reactions like after she left, you know. And it was like they didn't show her leaving, they didn't show anything. So it was like, what the fuck, dude? Like we were all watching to see like how she got removed, what happened, and it just like they just didn't do anything. And now it's kind of like all these couples, and it's just boring, and we're like, oh, whatever. So I don't know. The Love Island kind of fell off.
That's funny that I don't even know, but I know that she did the Asian
90 Day Fiance though is still fire. And dude, Usman, Soulja Boy, had one of the funniest scenes. I gotta show Avery right now because this shit was so funny. But if you guys love 90 Day Fiance, 90 Day Fiance is popping. Hunt for Love is amazing, and they just started a new season. And Gino's back, bro. I'm so hyped. So yeah, Love Island's done, but 90 Day Fiance is back. There's a lot of stuff we'll talk about. I don't know if there's any new shows or movies or anything to talk about. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
though. We always do, right?
I haven't done anything. I mean, I'll be making a lot of content, so. Yeah. You know, the album's out now, guys. You
album's
know what I mean?
out. Dude, stream the album.
Right?
Avery's album is out right now.
The Vibers Guide is available everywhere.
Available, actually, because it is available.
Yeah. So, yeah, go get that, man. I've been just trying to get it in front of people's faces. So, you know, you guys
music video next. I think that's the next move.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a video.
I need a few videos. So.
You need a few videos. But, yeah, Avery's album, go get that. The Vibers Guide, that's out right now. I have a kidney stone, so I'm going to go deal with that before I die. Because I have to pee every like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna do the fact that I even lasted through the movie, honestly, without peeing was crazy.
Like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Dude, I have to pee like so much. But yeah, that's that, guys. We love you, Superman. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
100
out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It was good. Honestly,
I
would say this, man. I love Sinners. But man, I had so much fun watching this movie. Man.
I think Sinners was like a great original movie that I didn't expect to love. And it just like came out of nowhere, and I think that was like, that still might be movie of the year. But because I love superheroes so much, and because like this is my lane, like this is exactly what I like, and I love all these characters and stuff. Seeing it live action, Superman jumped up to the top. But
I don't know, man. It's a tie for me, man. I'm not gonna put Superman ahead of it, but man, I love Sinners. But dude, I had a really good time at the theater.
They're top two right now. But like I said,
and Sinners is out on HBO Max, by the way.
But
oh yeah,
the one thing I love more than DC,
you got the big dog,
is Marvel.
You got the big dog,
and I love Galactus. I'm so fucking excited for Galactus. You have no idea.
Real quick before we leave,
Fantastic Four,
I want to say, because I said this earlier, man, Marvel has big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a landslide. At first, I thought it was a landslide. I was like, "Oh, Superman's gonna be whatever. It's gonna be cool." And then Fantastic Four is gonna blow us out of the water because I know for a fact. I'm not saying for a fact. I feel like it's an 85% chance that this is gonna be cameo heavy.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
I feel like 75. Let me go to 75. I feel like it's gonna be cameo heavy. And I was telling Dre in the movie theater, this is what I think is gonna happen: is everything that you see in the trailer is gonna be the first 20 minutes. They're gonna all leave, go to space, and they're gonna be roaming around space, and they're gonna be fighting in space, and they're gonna meet somebody in space. Somebody's gonna meet them in space, and they're gonna have to fight Galactus. and they're gonna lose. Thor's probably.
I mean, this is the big setup.
I think this is gonna happen. I think.
Yeah, this is the movie that sets up pretty much Doctor Doom and Doomsday. So we'll see. There's gonna be there has to be big things that happen.
Stakes are high.
Stakes are super high.
Stakes
guys.
are high, and that's
Stakes
what
are
I
super
want
high.
to say, man. Marvel has competition, so they can't drop the ball, which is what 2K should be doing because 2K has no competition and they just feed us crap.
Yeah.
2K just announced that they're dropping 2K26, and I hate them because they don't have no competition and they just give them whatever they want.
Bring back NBA Live.
Literally, bro. Literally, man. EA Sports is trying to bring back NCAA, so.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
But
we'll see. Tony Hawk. I'm gonna get the Tony Hawk game.
Oh yeah, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk game is
are
coming
always
out,
fun.
so that's out already. I just gotta get
it's
it. And then the college football's out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think I'm gonna
Stardew Valley.
I think it'll be
still the best game in the world.
I'm gonna be playing that.
I literally stayed up till 1 a.m. last night playing Stardew Valley, and I worked at 6.
I got Mortal Kombat actually.
Yeah.
I got Mortal
Peacemaker's
Kombat.
in it.
I've been playing it. I'm playing a story mode right now.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
So
It's fun, but it gets repetitive.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's one of those games that like it's
Literally,
fun
it's like
to play
what?
through. And
What
then-
did you do to me? Oh, you're gonna have to answer to me.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah, I know. It's very corny. It's very corny, but it's so good.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, with that being said, we love you guys. Go watch Superman. If you didn't watch Superman, I don't know why you're watching this podcast, probably. But if you just watch our podcast instead of watching Superman, go watch Superman because what we said is it's amazing, dude. You're gonna love it. Okay, so go watch
Amazing.
Superman. Enjoy that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and hopefully piss out this kidney stone. And yeah, I love you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for
Until next
watching, man.
time.
We appreciate y'all.
Go get Avery's album. The Vibers got out now.
Got out now.
Love ya. Peace.